Kev G weather overview, taking a look at the advisories and the warnings for a moderate snowfall coming our way. I think the bulk of this is Thursday. Now, the Weather Service was in a forecast pickle, so to speak. They extended the advisory over a 2-day period for the New York City metro area. Had this been heavier snow forecasted, they would have had to go with a warning. But then it gets into a question of regional guidelines. So, like, you see Philly and Point South, they're in a warning, but New York's in an advisory. This is a long duration event with lighter snow over a 2-day period, so that's why they chose to go with an advisory. At least that's what I think. Anyway, so a bit confusing, but the idea is that the bulk of the snow falls Thursday, and we have residual effects on Friday, but they're minor in comparison to what we should see on Thursday with the bulk of the snow, and a moderate one at that. Now, the National Weather Service has a general 4 to 8 inch snowfall. Now, notice the snow accumulation is through Friday on this graphic from Eastern Region Headquarters. So again, this is coming over a 2-day span. Bulk of it falls Thursday, a little bit left over on Friday, but the main action is tomorrow. So if you're a snow lover, get ready for tomorrow, because that is your big day to sing and dance outside and chase squirrels and do all sorts of fun things. Now, the evolution off of the NAM model is basically showing, why this is kind of a forecast dilemma for forecasting and trying to pinpoint advisories and warnings and trying to figure out when the storm is going to end. But one thing's for certain, at least in my standpoint, this isn't going to be anything prolific like we saw on February 1st. This is more like the February 7th storm. So snow is going to break out in the morning. This is the NAM model, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. And then the snow gets heavier through the mid-morning and early afternoon. So it should be a period of about 3 to 6 hours where rates could come down at a ½ inch, an inch an hour, maybe even higher, especially New York City south. And then by Thursday evening, around between 7 and 10 p.m., it's going to start to lighten up. And then the question is going to be, how much lingering precipitation does anything, if at all, on Friday? Now, the NAM model seems to suggest that there'll be periods where you can see snow showers on Friday, but it doesn't look organized. There can be areas where snow is more persistent than in other areas, so there could be a few surprises on Friday, but it doesn't look as widespread as it does on Thursday. And then finally, by Friday afternoon, we loosen the storm's grip as it gets pushed out to sea. And then we're left with a cold, dry weekend. So that's basically the long and the short of it. A bit of a tricky forecast, trying to figure out what's going to happen with the overall situation with respect to the snowfall for Friday, because the main action is really Thursday. And then we transition over to just waiting and seeing on Friday where the pockets of heavier snow fall in a more disorganized fashion. Now, Thursday, high temps around 34. That might be generous. Friday, same thing, with leftover clouds and snow showers around. Saturday and Sunday, not much change in the temperatures. We're going to have to wait until we get to Monday with highs around 40. That's going to feel warm. It's going to feel warmer than 40 because we've been battling some major cold here. And even still on Tuesday, these numbers could be a bit on the low side. Watch these forecast temperatures for Tuesday, because they could be coming up a couple degrees. So after this storm, I think we'll get a bit of a break for next week. I don't think there'll be much in the way of snowfall as the cold air is starting to get routed out of the lower 48 states. But we'll tackle that in the next installment of the Weather Overview. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.